All right, I'm Tim. How you doing? I'm about to show you the greatest pork loin with a Dr. Pepper barbecue sauce cooked in a slow cooker that you've ever had. What I got kicking today, you guys are gonna love. I'm a master of this dish here. I cook it in a slow crock pot type situation. This is pork loin that's going to have a Dr. Pepper barbecue sauce. I throw some onions and jalapeños in there. Let this cook 4 or 5 hours. I'm going to have to cook an extra 3 hours because my pork loin is frozen. The first thing I start with is onions and bacon. I'm going to put on the bottom of this dish. So my bacon is frozen. I just pulled it out of my freezer, so I'm just going to kind of rip this up a little bit and throw this in the very bottom. That'll allow the oil from the bacon to pop up and help cook this thing all the way through. I take a little bit of onion on this. I'm going to use about 1/4 of an onion or so, give or take. And this is just a white or yellow onion. And this will always go in the bottom of the crock pot. You don't want to just put this in later because the oven or the onions won't cook as good as the meat. So I just kind of spread that bottom layer out. Try not to cry. All right. And then I'm going to put, this is about a 1 pound section of pork loin. And I'm going to put that right in there. A little bit of pepper on top. And then I'm going to hit, I use a couple kinds of barbecue sauce. This Sweet Baby Ray's works great. Stubbs works great. I got about half a bottle of this. I'm going to kick this in here. And you just want to cover the top. And you're going to let this sit and cook for a long time before you stir or do anything to it. You want those onions and that bacon to just cook all the way up before you get it in the mix. All right, and this is another little bit of barbecue sauce. Secret ingredient, this is Dr. Pepper. This will add a little bit of sweet and it'll also kind of break down the meat. And I just pour that right over. You want to use, for a pound of meat, just kind of cover it. Use your discretion. I usually use about half a bottle, 3/4 of a bottle, something like that. And you can add a little bit more as necessary. Mine just about covers it. A bit of barbecue sauce. So now I'm gonna drop a couple of these sliced jalapenos in here. And you don't need to go crazy, but this will just kind of balance out some of that Dr. Pepper. Will be a little, make it a little sweet, so you just kind of want to balance a little of this out. Even if you don't love hot stuff, give some jalapenos a try. You won't regret it. The last thing I do, I throw a little bit of vodka in here, which this is optional, but it's just a little bit to kind of give a little flavor. I use Tito's, which is, I'm from Austin, so this is Austin made and bred. And just that little bit will kind of give an extra little kick, kind of help put all the ingredients together and kind of make it more of a great tasting thing. All right. This is after about 6 hours, 7 hours of cooking. What I'm going to come in now, I mean, this is just ridiculous. Just kind of pull it apart with a fork. Let it cook a little longer, maybe 45 minutes or so. But you could see this is really getting pretty tender. And it'll be good to put on sandwiches real soon. Enjoy.